Welcome in my video. I am Kocian, developer of indie games compatible with original Game Boy. In this video, I want to talk about my projects, about Kickstarter that just finished, about my game, year 2031, and the future of this YouTube channel. And most importantly, I'm going to introduce new game for original Game Boy. First, I'm going to talk about my Kickstarter. It was my first pre-order of my first game. And if you back it, for sure, you have a lot of questions. So I'm going to try to answer all of them. Also, maybe if you are trying to start your own Kickstarter, I'm gonna have few tips and tricks for you in this video. So I started the Kickstarter to release my physical version of the game year 2031. It's a post-apocalyptic RPG with quite rich story for the Game Boy standards. In the end of the Kickstarter, I had 274 backers who backed my game, and thanks to them, we have a game in a paper box on a physical cartridge, and all of us can play it. It was my first crowdfunding campaign, so I didn't know much what to do and how to do it. For example, I didn't expect people buying the physical copy much because I didn't expect so much people is going to have a Game Boy to play it. But in the end, 55% of the backers bought the physical release. On the end of the campaign, I was even a little bit scared of not being able to fulfill all the orders, so I stopped with the marketing. I didn't know what to expect, how I'm going to manage everything, so it was very scary. But in the end, very exciting because we managed to reach the goal and managed to overshoot the goal for more than 1000%. So thank you all of you who back me on a Kickstarter and support me, because the process after the Kickstarter was very messy. It took very long time, and now, without excuses, I'm going to say what actually happened. Even on the beginning of the campaign, I ordered some cartridges, but in the end, it was clear to me that it's not enough. So I ordered more of them on the end for the funds what I received from the Kickstarter. For those who want to make a Kickstarter campaign, you don't receive the funds immediately. When the campaign finished, you receive it 1, 2, or 3 weeks later. So be prepared for this. So I ordered the additional cartridges. I think it was 2 weeks later after the campaign finish. The manuals, the poster, and the boxes I ordered locally. And the insert into the box for holding the cartridge in the box, I decided to order it from China. And it was a big mistake. Maybe you could see in the campaign updates how I'm complaining about the inserts because they got stuck in Spanish customs, and I wasn't sure when are they going to arrive, or even if they going to arrive. It was very scary. So I start thinking about my own paper inserts. In the end, luckily, I design, and I made my own paper inserts, because these ones from China arrived maybe 7 months later than they supposed to. Everything else around the manufacturing was quite straightforward. I just found a place where to manufacture anything what I want. I communicate with them what I need, and then there was just waiting for them to manufacture it and ship it to me, plus the assembly of the cartridges and boxes and everything together took some time, maybe a little bit more than I expected. And when it looks like everything is going to be perfect, I end up in the hospital for 15 days. So that's another almost 1 month of delay. Then there was a shipping time. I decided to go the easy way, a little bit more expensive, but easy. I chose the third-party shipping company, and that was a very big mistake. Again, who wants to start their own Kickstarter? Never use third-party company for something that you don't need to, because that adds another step in communication, in paperwork, in everything what you are doing, and it can create even more mistakes and problems than if you would do it alone. And exactly that is what happened to me. All the packages to the Europe and basically everywhere except of US went okay without problems, but all the packages for US were stopped by customs in Spain. And because that my third-party shipping company was basically shipping the packages, not me, the custom started talking to them about missing papers and documents, and the third-party shipping company didn't communicate it to me. So in the end, the custom office didn't get the papers and sent me all the, I think, 44 packages for US back. And of course, they charged me money for it, and I couldn't refund almost none of them in full price. So I lost a lot of money on this, a lot of time on this, even if the option of having third-party company to do something looks very easy, just don't do it. In the end, I contracted local shipping company and I ship it with them in this time without a problem. But this is how all of us learn, and now I know I'm not going to do these mistakes again. If you have some questions about Kickstarter, how to create a Kickstarter, how to run Kickstarter, write a comment and I'm going to try to answer you and give you some tips or tricks how to do it. A lot of people was telling me that my trailer is very bad, and yes, that's true. I just put something together and now I'm working on new trailer for year 2031. So I'm going to show you right now the trailer and you can tell me your opinion about it. It's still not finished, doesn't have a sound, but this is somehow how it's going to look like. So what do you think? Again, give me your feedback down into the comments. So now I would like to talk about future of me and my games. I am going to try to transform it as my main job. I'm going to create official company and I'm going to be full-time retro game developer. So let's see how it's going to work. I'm going to start making YouTube videos. I'm going to create Patreon and I'm going to talk about game development, but from a little bit different point of view than other people. I'm not going to try to teach someone how to do pixel art or programming. I want to talk more about the design decisions of the games. But I don't want YouTube to be my main job, so I'm not going to make the videos regularly, like 2 videos in a week. I'm gonna just work on my game, and when I hit some point in the game, I'm going to make the video about that specific topic of my game. For example, now I finished the Kickstarter, so I could make video about the Kickstarter, which is actually a very interesting topic. When I was searching how to make Kickstarter campaign, there was a lot of videos on the internet, but there are no videos about how to finish Kickstarter campaign. So, for example, this type of video I'm going to try to do. I'm going to create a Patreon, and on the Patreon I'm going to release these videos, plus I was thinking to make few pages with these topics, and in the end we could have a book for game developers what we could use to develop our games. That is my idea of Patreon. Also, I would like to put my demo version for people to test it. I'm going to share previews of my games, my art, my music, behind the scene content, and I'm planning to start the Patreon in second part of year 2024, roughly. How I said, I am trying to make it as my main job, and I still don't know if I can live full-time from this. So I created a plan. My plan begins with this video, continues with another pre-order of year 2031, this time on Indiegogo, and the pre-order starts in February 22nd, year 2024, for you who are watching from the future. The pre-order is again limited for 30 days. This time I know how to fulfill everything, so everything is going to go faster and better, and I cannot wait for the end of the campaign when I start shipping more games. And now, the last thing in this video, I would like to introduce you my new game. I am trying this game to don't look like a Game Boy game. Also, of course, add a little bit of modern mechanics, and in the end, again, release it on a cartridge. I can show you some footage of this game right now. I am trying for a little bit of diesel punk look of this game from alternative universe where the Great War finished and the people decided to go to the space. The player is going to have his own ship. He's going to need to maintain the ship. He's going to need to search resources. He's going to be able to upgrade his ship also. He's going to be also able to visit different planets, different star systems. He's of course going to have some encounters. He's going to be battling with them. He's going to discover new space stations, new secret locations, and the game is going to be called Luftgears. So I hope you can see from the logo, it's kind of diesel punk, the Second World War era. Of course, the game is going to be compatible with the original Game Boys and is going to be released in a physical form on the cartridges. I am considering some support for link cable for transferring materials, for example, when player gets stuck in the universe without the fuel, or maybe even player versus player battles, but I'm not sure with this. And the physical release is going to have one very original special feature, but for now I want to keep for myself. So that's it, that's my plan for future. I hope you are excited the same as me. If you want to ask me something, write it into the comments down under this video. And for now, bye.